Howdy, how do. Fucking Terrence. Predictions for UFC 152 tomorrow night. Uh, just got done looking at some of the weigh-in pictures. Typical stuff. Except John Jones got that real crazy, like, steam shovel front of an old train beard going on. And as usual, wearing a real creepy, extra tight, you know, Spanx thingy, whatever you call that. Spanx? Was that what they're called? Judges? Is that okay? Sure. Predictions. I'll start with the most difficult to predict for me at least, and then I'll work my way down. Uh, Benny versus Mighty Mouse. Benavidez, Mighty Mouse. This is, I mean, even their record is pretty much dead ass. Even, you know, flyweights, they go hard, they go fast, but the only slight advantages I see in either corner is for Mighty Mouse. I think he has, I mean, like I said, all flyweights are super fast, but I think he has a bit of a speed advantage. And a good way to, measure these guys' styles, they both fought Dominic Cruz and they both lost hard, close decisions. So, speed-wise, Mighty Mouse, step for step with Cruz, full speed, mind you, bigger guy. And, he's non-stop, perpetual, fast-paced, ha 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 ha, with all, you hear the noises and shit, it's great. He's definitely got the speed advantage, and he may possess the wrestling advantage. I might give him that. Maybe a wrestling slash ground advantage. But Benny got he to me he fights like a big guy. He's small. He's actually shorter than me, which is fucking small, because I'm only 5'4". But he fights like a big guy. He throws more. He throws clean, crisp, technical. But he's more of a, like, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out kind of guy. He fights more, I don't know, to me, like, more like a big guy. He doesn't really constantly push the pace all the time. He, bides his time more and, picks his shots. And when he hits you, it hurts. And then he got the alpha male guillotine. But, he got takedowns too. But the thing is, when you take down Mighty Mouse, how long does he stay on the floor? It's pretty hard to keep him down for an extended period of time. Most of the time he hits the mat and freakishly posts back up and bounces off. So, this fight I definitely see going to a decision, and my judgment is going to be that, you know, either the fight's going to start off swinging in the favor of one guy, or the fight's going to end off swinging in favor of one guy, and that's going to be the dude to win. I don't think it's going to be like Bendo Frankie 2, where it was like 1 round Bendo, 1 round Frankie, 1 round Bendo, 2 rounds Frankie. I think it's going to be more of, it's probably going to be more clear who won. But I'm really excited to see that one. Actually, that's the fight that I'm most excited to see, because, flyweights go super fast, and you got these two guys who are matched pretty much dead evenly. And, good luck to the both of them. Go out there and fucking swing for the fences. Okay, second easiest to predict. Brian Stann versus Michael Bisping. I mean, Michael Bisping got his little kickboxing cardio thing going on. He's got a fairly good record. He's put away some decent names, but nah. Brian Stann has been put away. He's been submitted, but Michael Bisping's not really like some super Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ground specialist or like a catch wrestler. So, I don't see this going past round 2. I think, Bisping will probably start off pushing the pace, dancing around, throwing the kicks, landing the leg kicks, body kicks, throwing his little Billy Blanks, Tybo Ho type of deal. And Stan, will probably weather a good number of shots. Nothing too powerful, because let's face it, the only guy Bisping put down was Jorge Rivera. And at the time, no offense, Jorge, you were way past your prime at that point. I mean, that's not really even, that's really nothing to bark about. But I think all that shit that Bisping talks is just gonna get knocked down his throat. It's gonna be probably like Hendo Bisping Part 2. I expect a vicious, vicious TKO, TKO. I'm just gonna flip the coin in my brain and say TKO. Rocked and then ground and pounded out. That's gonna be my prediction. Maybe Stan in side control, or half guard, raining down elbows, or just straight punches, bouncing his head off the mat like he's dribbling a basketball. That's my prediction for that. And Belfort Jones, I spoke a little about this in my last video. I mean, honestly, if you look at Jones, his biggest accolades are fighters that are pretty much past their prime. Sorry to say it. I mean, not to say that Vitor is not, in exceptional shape and top of, top shape, and a high-ranking fighter, always has been, but he's not facing like 2004 Vitor Belfort or anything. He's facing it. He's pretty much everybody he's been. He beat Rampage. I mean, Machida's still pretty much in his prime. He's still young, but Shogun, he's fading. Vladimir Matyushenko. I mean, most of the guys that Jones beat are already, not only smaller than him, but getting to the over the hill, because MMA has pretty much short shelf life. If you notice, every 5 or 6 years, the torch changes. If you look back about 5 or 6 years, remember those guys, Tim Sylvia and Matt Hughes, Rich Franklin, Chuck Liddell. Next generation came in and just fucking wiped them out. Boom, Sean Shirk, all those guys, done. And that Jones is the one of, like, the poster boy for the next movement. As of right now. But this fight, I'm sure it's gonna last at least. It might even go as deep as 4 rounds, but I think that Jones is probably going to stun Belfort, and it's probably going to end on the ground via ground and pound, or I want to say rear naked choke, but I know Vitor can defend that. But once you've gotten smashed up by John Jones elbows, I'm sure it's not easy to. I mean, he submitted Machida, standing guillotine. That's like, that's not a super easy move to catch somebody who's high-level martial artist like Machida with. So yeah, I think Jones is going to win that on the ground in, let's say, early to mid 4th round. But if Belfort does pull it off, it's probably going to be 1st or 2nd round. Catches Jones with a doozy, which Machida and Rashad both have done. And instead of the same face that Rashad and Machida both had, oh shit, I tagged him, Vitor Belfort has a more harnessed killer instinct to come forward with the punches. So, as where Machida is more of a counter striker, and Rashad is more of, he throws like bombs and goes for takedowns. But if Belfort catches him with one solid punch and dazes him early on when he's still fresh, and Jones hasn't felt him out yet, I think that he can take him out. But my prediction for that would be Jones. So I'm going to say Benny Mighty Mouse, I got 50-50. Stan versus Bisping, I'd give it like 70-30, 75-25 maybe. And Jones versus Belfort, I'd have to give it like 18-20 or like 15-85 in favor of Jones. But stay tuned, because I'll have something to say after the fight. And thank you guys for watching, as always. Fucking Terrence, disgruntled MMA journalist, signing off.